Today we are talking about polygons. We are going to identify and classify polygons, and we will also be able to find angle measures of a quadrilateral when we are finished. So if you turn to page 1 of your notes, this is the first slide. We will flip over to the second one. First thing that you need to know is that a polygon is a figure formed by 3 or more segments. We call those sides. Okay? Each side has to intersect exactly 2 other sides at each endpoint, and we call those our vertex. Okay? So in this case, R would be our vertex. Our side would be RS. Okay, remember when we're talking about sides, we're talking about 2 letters. If we're talking about a vertex, we can talk about 1. Okay? We can name this polygon by its vertices, and they have to go in consecutive order. So if we start with R, this would be R, S, T, P, Q would be one way to name that polygon. Another way to name that polygon is if I can start at any vertex and just keep going around. So in this case, I can rename this as S, T, P, Q, R, as long as my sides are in consecutive order. Okay, we're going to tell whether or not these are polygons. A is not a is a polygon, sorry, it's a polygon because it's closed and everything is a straight line. Okay, B has to be no because of this curved line right here. It has a curved line, therefore it is not a polygon. In C is not a polygon because it's not closed. This side right here is not closed. It doesn't connect at a vertex, therefore it is not a polygon. D is a polygon. Even though this is a concave polygon, it is still a polygon. Everything connects at a vertex, everything is closed, and everything is straight lines. Okay? When we talk about diagonals of a polygon, is when I go from a vertex and I go to a non-consecutive side or to another vertex. So in this case, if I'm going from right here and I want to draw a diagonal, I actually can't draw a diagonal because there isn't any vertex that's not consecutive to it. Okay? But in a quadrilateral, I can go from this vertex, I have one diagonal that goes over to the other vertex. Okay? In a pentagon, now I have 2 diagonals, one that goes there, ooh, that was really nice, and one that goes there. Okay, and in my hexagon, I'm now going to have 3. If I start from this vertex, I go to that vertex, to this vertex, and to this vertex. Remember, if I'm naming my diagonal, I'm now naming basically with 2 letters. So in this case, my diagonal in this one is going to be PR, okay, and TR would be my other diagonal. You need 2 letters in order to do that. Okay, types of polygons goes completely by number of sides. Triangle has 3 sides, quadrilateral has 4, pentagon has 5, hexagon has 6, heptagon has 7, octagon has 8. You also may want to add nonagon is going to give us 9, a decagon is going to give us 10, and if we want to go a little bit further, we have a dodecagon is a 12-sided polygon. You are going to have to know those, so you're going to want to make sure that you have those in your notes. Okay, again, we're going to tell whether or not it's a polygon. A is yes. Okay, B is actually going to be no. Why? Because we have those curved sides. C is going to be yes. Okay, everything's closed, everything has a vertex, and we have straight lines. Okay, D is no, and it is no because the lines intersect on the interior instead of everything on the exterior. Therefore, D is going to be no. Number 1 is going to be no because it's not closed. 2 can be yes because everything's closed, everything has a vertex, everything is straight lines. 3 is yes, everything's straight lines, everything has a vertex, everything is closed. and 4 is going to be no. Biggest reason is because of that curved line right there. Okay, quadrilaterals. How many degrees can be in a quadrilateral? Well, let's find out. We've talked a lot about triangles. If I draw, wow, this is bad. If I draw a diagonal, okay, it now makes two triangles. It makes a triangle here that has 180 degrees, and it has a triangle here that is 180 degrees. You add those up, and my quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Okay, that's what this tells us too. The sum of the measures of a quadrilateral is going to be 360 degrees. Okay, so now we're going to find out what our measures are. Here we've got to add them up. We've got 80 plus 70 is 150, plus 70 is 220, okay, and they all add up to 360, so we've got to subtract those. We get to be 140 degrees. Okay, same thing goes here. We add them up and subtract it from 360, so we add these. We've got 210 plus 60 is 270. Subtract that from 360, and we have A as a 90-degree angle. Okay, in part 6, if we add those together, we've got our 55 plus 80 plus 160 gives us 295. We have to subtract that from 360, and we get angle A to be 65 degrees. Okay, same thing in 7. We've got 108 plus 108 plus 72 gives us 288 degrees. We take 360 minus our 288, and our angle A gives us 72 degrees. Okay, what type of a polygon has 8 sides? Well, we talked about that as being an octagon. Okay, 15 sides. We didn't learn 15 sides. Anything above 12, we're going to go the number of sides, and we're going to name it 15 gon. Okay, because that's number of angles that it has is 15. Okay, all the diagonals from vertex D. Okay, so if we go from D, the first one that we have is DB. The second one that we have goes across to DA. Okay, and that is all we have because those are our non-consecutive angles. Okay, again, is it a polygon? Obviously this is important since we've had so many slides on it. Okay, yes, we have vertices on all of these. It is closed and everything is a straight line. Okay, 4 is no because we have a curved line. Okay, and 5 is going to be no because it's not closed. Those are going to be your big reasons, is that it's not closed, that it intersects in the interior, and if it's a curved line, it is not going to be a polygon. Okay, and finally, a couple more finding the measure of angle A. We've got 70 plus 60 plus 125 gives us 255. If we subtract that from 360, A is now 105 degrees. Okay, we have the same thing here. 105 plus 113 plus 75 gives us 293. We need to take 360 minus 293, and angle A is going to give us 67 degrees. Okay, that is all that I have for you today on polygons. Your assignment today is going to be pages, it's actually quite a bit. We're going to go pages 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and then if you get a chance, we're actually going to talk a little bit about 8 and 9, but right now I want you to focus on pages 5, 6, and 7.